My name is Evan Greenhoe. I'm one of the people who work for Elliptical Studios. That's not important right now. My problem is I'm an avid sword collector, as you can see displayed here. My problem is that every time I'm out looking for sword shopping, I see all these imitations that are commercially produced that a lot of people buy because they don't know how to find a good sword. So today, I'm going to describe some of the finer aspects of swords so that can help you decide on which one you want to get. First of all, you want to look for what exactly you're going for. If you're going for display purposes, you're probably going to want one that's not very functional. They're very cheap, they're very easy to find, but you can't actually fight with them. That's a common misconception that people have, is they think that as long as it's metal that you can fight with it. It's not true. It has to do with the length of the blade as it goes into the handle, because commercially produced ones that are decorative are welded at the end to a piece of metal that goes into the handle, which means that when you fight with it, it breaks off and then you're left with just a hilt. If you're going for actual functional swords, ones if you've perhaps trained in swordplay, then you're going to want to look for one. You're going to ask, when you go to get it, you're going to want to get one usually made out of carbon steel. It's a bit more sturdy, although it doesn't have much of the same shine as stainless steel, which is what most commercial swords are made out of. You're going to also look for make. This is a straight blade katana I purchased off of True Swords. You're going to want to ask the sword maker if it is full tang. Full tang means that the blade and the handle, the metal in the handle, are a single piece. They were not welded together. As you can see, the blade runs all the way along and comes down into the handle all the way to the bottom. It's a very nice sword, very useful. Another thing is, of course, fanboyism. Like me, I have a collection of swords from different places. My favorite, the Buster Sword. This one also is functional. This thing will cleave a car in half. It's amazing. I purchased this off of True Swords. I'm not sure if they sell it anymore, though. But this one is full tang. You can find ones that aren't, but honestly, the ones that aren't really look terrible. They often will have 3 or more material slots, and the handle and this handguard will be bent, and they will be smaller. And I just think that's crap. Decoration, also the type. You have katanas, you have broadswords, you have claymores, all different kinds. You've had custom made. And it's about looking for you. If you want to get into practicing swordplay, you're going to want to get what's called a bokken. This is made out of wood. It is made to be about roughly a little lighter than a normal sword, but it's made to simulate the same weight. It's made to be not as deadly, obviously, and made for good use, to be used over and over again. And you can find many different kinds. I have 2 right here, actually 3. This is my Masamune bokken, which is a replica of Sephiroth's sword, although the actual sword is much longer.
Why don't you explain to them what a Masamune is, then?
The Masamune is the sword used by Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII. The name is derived from what is considered one of the greatest katana makers of all time. His last name was Masamune. I'm not sure of his first name, but he would make amazing swords. He made some that were actually higher than the house we're standing in, but these were made for decorative purposes only and were not actually able to be fought with. Now let's talk about imitations. Some bad imitations come from commercial production sites that really are looking more to make a profit than actually provide you with a good piece of material. Some good places where you can buy real sturdy, good decorative or functional swords that really have time put into them. You can go to TrueSwords.com, Sword Demon. You can always look on eBay. Everybody puts stuff on there. That's really good. Actually, this sword I bought from the True Swords user on eBay. You can find them anywhere. I ordered this directly from True Swords. This was given to me by a friend. This is a decorative replica of the sword of Carlos V, whoever that is. It was given to me by a friend. I have no idea what its quality or make is. All I know is that it's not full tang, and I cannot fight with it. This is the Suba, which is used by Kadaj in Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. It is fully functional. I got this at A-Fest, actually, at an anime convention. I absolutely love this sword. The weight is incredible because of the fact that you have 2 blades on it, and the balance is actually quite well for something that's so out of the norm. This I got at a sword shop, along with this. This is not functional. Which another thing you're going to look for when you're going with function is weight. The non-functional swords are often much lighter and a little bit thinner than functional swords are. This is the Masamune bokken, as we discussed. I got this at Akon. And I got this at Akon. This is more of a short pocket blade. It was commercially produced. It is functional. but it's commercially produced. It's made out of 440 stainless, which they used for the staining of it, actually, so that they could write on it and keep the good color. But it is commercially produced, which is why the wrapping was so terrible and came and unraveled. But all in all, it's a fairly good blade. So that's about it. You can also find all kinds of things at these websites: knives, ninja equipment, throwing stars, training stars, all different. Probably you can find handbooks, I would believe. I haven't actually looked for those. So that's my PSA. For those of you who are still watching this, you're either as excited about swords as I am, or you really have no life. But either way, now you know. Don't buy imitations. Get the real deal.